Welcome back to the channel, man. It's y'all boy, MrPopcapGaming, and we're back again with some more NFL 2K Playmakers. Now, this game has been out for about a month or so now, and new players are getting on this game every day. We're a couple months away from preseason, so there's going to be a bunch of updates in this game. A bunch of people going to want to play this game. So I thought, why not go ahead and drop the top 5 beginner tips for new players. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the first one, man. All right, so for the first one, what you're going to want to do as soon as you get into this game is go ahead and jump into seasons mode. When you jump into seasons mode, you'll be in the gold. And let's go ahead and go back so I can show you guys. All right, so you'll be silver. Sorry, you'll be in the silver preseason. You'll play your 4 regular games. Then you go into your gold. When you go into your gold, you're going to want to play these games and win all these games and these packs and these games, and also the end with the Super Bowl and the playoffs and all that. They all give you so many cards. Season mode gives you so many cards, and at the end of each win, you'll get cards that you could pick from. You'll get 5 cards from each game you win after, and you'll go ahead and pick those 5 cards, and you'll get new cards pretty much for like the first couple games that you're playing. You're always getting new cards. You're always gonna get new cards because you're just starting. So season mode is gonna be the best. Also, you can see down here at the bottom, you get your regular season progress. If you win 4, 8, 12, and 17 in a row, you go ahead and unlock these cards, and those also give you extra. When you're playing this gold, you're going to get your first emerald card. I believe when you play the Super Bowl and you win the Super Bowl, you'll get your first emerald, unless you go in the store and all that stuff, buy a pack or whatever. But playing the season mode is always going to get you cards as soon as you first start. So that is number 1. Let's go ahead and jump into number 2. So for the number 2, we're going to go ahead and get out of here. We're going to go to red zone. And this right here is going to be your best friend. Once you play season mode for a little, you level up, you're going to realize that you can't go further because you're going to have to progress your team, make your team a little bit better. So this is where you come into this mode, red zone. Red zone is the best mode, I feel, in my opinion, because this is where you play majority of your games. I'll go ahead and click on the region real quick. You can see at the bottom left, I played 740. I won 740 and lost 109. So altogether, I played pretty much like close to 9. It's like 870 or whatever. I'm not doing all the math. It's around there. It's over 800 games I played. So you're going to play this a lot, but playing this is going to level up all your players. You're going to get players. You're going to get upgrades, and you're just going to keep doing it. Keep doing it. You're going to play the season 2, and then that's when you're going to get, duplicates, where duplicates meaning you're going to get the same card twice, and you're going to get silver coins for it or whatever, and you keep doing that until you reach the emerald. Then when you reach the emerald, you're going to want to stick to one region. What I suggest is the West, because when you get to the West, Kansas City, the Seahawks, all these teams have good cards that you're going to want. So if we go ahead and go to, let's go to the roster. What we do? Go back. Let's go to my cards. All right, so you can see right here, 1, 2, 3. The top 3 are in the West. Then you got the Raiders. You got Max Crosby right here. So 4 in the top 6. There's already 4 in the West. This is why you want to play the West, man. You're going to go ahead, go back, red zone. So if you look in the West, you can see the 49ers, San Francisco, and the Raiders. All those teams have good players in the West. That's why I choose that. And it's just easier to duplicate. They're higher, they're top cards. So it's just easier to do it that way. So when you get to Emerald, you're going to want to stick to one region. Preferably, I would say West. Whatever, it doesn't matter. You go to whatever region. But that's just, to me, the fastest way. That's the way I did. So that's what you're going to do, man. You're going to play red zone. You're going to level up. You're going to reach a point where, You're just gonna get annoyed because you can't reach up no more. But just stick to it, then grind the West, and you're gonna keep leveling up. All right. So for number 3, man, number 3 is very important. Let's go ahead and go to our roster. When you're starting to get a team and you're starting to play, you're gonna see these. When you click your card, you see these things on the left real quick. See how I got locked? And then these right here, equipment. You're going to want to use equipment, man. Equipment boost up your overall of your team so much. As you can see, an emerald gives me 121 strength and 21 awareness. That's 140 points on my already high player. So I'm boosting him 140 more. If you do this to all your players, I'm not saying you're gonna have emerald, you know, you're gonna have silver equipment, but just throwing these silver equipment on your players is going to make a drastic change to your overall. Your overall is going to level up. You're gonna keep doing that with your equipment, and then eventually you're gonna get them duplicates, and they're going, when you get to level 5, it says it right here, the lock, it says unlocks at level 5 and unlocks at level 10. When you unlock them, you add more equipment, and their overall just keeps going up and up. So equipment is very valuable in this game. You got to look at your team. You know, you auto update your team or whatever, but you always look at your players, make sure they have equipment. If you have extra equipment, just put it on your other cards. A lot of my cards that I don't have in my lineup, and it's just on the bench, I have equipment on. You can see most of these I have equipment on, just because in the future, if they drop anything new, like where you can put collections and you could do different things where you could use these cards, you know, if they already have equipment and they're maxed out and everything, then it's gonna be a bonus. So use equipment is definitely, you got to use it, man. You got to use it. Silver, the emerald, you know, when you get to, you know, emerald and higher, the boosts are really like, you know, let's go ahead and look at this one right here, Jacoby Myers. You see 115 awareness and 47 route. This, and I got emerald at 101 awareness and I got 41 route. So it's like, it's boosting, man. You can see he's at 2004. He's over, a lot of these emeralds that I have equipment on is higher than these sapphires. If I take these equipment off, they're not going to be higher, but I have them on. So you can see equipment makes a difference, man. Definitely use it. All right, man. So for number 4, I can't show you on here, but when you start, you're going to have to pick a team. You have to make sure, let's go, I'll just show you in Red Zone Drive. You have to make sure you pick a good team, preferably the Kansas City Chiefs. The reason why the Kansas City Chiefs is because I believe you get a tight end and you get a QB. So I believe it's Travis Kelce and Mahomes. And just to start you off with a good QB and a good tight end is going to be a great start. You could pick the 49ers. You could pick the Eagles. Any of those high overall teams are going to have good players that you can definitely use. So I would, if I had to start over, I would definitely pick a good team, because during, you know, when you're playing and you get past all that extra stuff, you can always change your team. You go to I believe it's right here. You click your team, and then you can see I could just choose whatever team I want. So I'm gonna go ahead and go back to the Giants. But you could choose. You just click the Giants logo right here on the top, and then you could choose the team. So choose, when you first start, choose a team that, you know, has good players, high overall team, and that's gonna make a good start when you're starting to play season and stuff like that. You're gonna have 2 very good players on your team already. That's gonna help with a lot of percentages in your plays, because your gold players are gonna be stronger than the other gold players. So yeah, man, pick a good team when you start, preferably, you know, Kansas City, Eagles, you know, the higher teams. So that is number 4, and let's go ahead and get into the last tip, man, number 5. So for number 5, whatever game mode you're playing, if it's seasons, if it's red zone, if it's quick read, if it's an event, whatever it is, I didn't do this. I mean, it didn't really bother me. You can see my red zone record is, what was it again? Let's go ahead and click so I can show you. 740 and 109. You can force quit any game on here and stay undefeated. A lot of players, I want to say a lot. There's a couple players that played on red zone that have been undefeated, and I'm pretty sure they didn't just get lucky every game and win. So force quitting is definitely, if you want, I say it's a tip just because I know there's a lot of people that just want, undefeated season, whatever. They just want to win. They want to be top dog or whatever. So getting an undefeated season, force quitting the season mode or a red zone drive or whatever, never taking a loss, and also doing it like that too. You see at 740 or whatever. I forgot how much. I think it was like 7. I made my last video with the Sapphire and how to make Sapphire. I made a video on there. I believe I had like 720, so I got to, I think it was like 710, 720 wins to get to my Sapphire 1. So if I would have just force quitted, I would have pretty much 109 losses. I can't remember how much losses it was when I got to Sapphire 1, but let's say it was 109. If I just force quitted all those games and won them, I would have 100 something less just to get to that Sapphire 1. So I guess if you wanted to do it that way, it would be kind of a quicker way to reach Sapphire first, because it's gonna be a grind, man. To reach Sapphire, to reach the Emerald is okay. You're grinding a little bit, but when you get to that Emerald 3 and you go into that Sapphire 1, it's going to be a grind. Trust me. I mean, if you're not trying to grind it, if you're just trying to play, I don't know how long. It'll probably take like, I don't know, 2 weeks, whatever. You're just casually playing, maybe longer. I have no idea. I grinded it out. It took me about 3 to 4 days, and I was able to reach that Sapphire 1. So if you do it undefeated, I'm pretty sure it's going to be a little bit faster. It's going to be annoying because the percentages in this game are not very accurate. You're going to lose a lot of games that you should have won, but that's just how it is, man. So there you have it, top 5 beginner tips. And these right here, they're not in order. They're just, tips just to help out. But I think these tips right here are golden, man. These will help you tremendously in this game. When you start playing, when you start, getting used to everything in this game, you're gonna start getting annoyed because of all the play call, all the play percentages and everything. There's gonna be an update in the future when the new football season comes out, But for right now, man, it's just a game that is just in the works. And if you really like football games, if you really like card games, this is a game that it has potential. It's gonna be fun. But if you're new to the game, just try it. Just enjoy it, man. Use these tips, and hopefully, man, you enjoy this game, man. But anyway, I'm just over here rambling now. I appreciate you guys watching. This has been the top 5 beginner tips. Don't forget to leave a like, man. Don't forget to subscribe. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.